Good evening and welcome to the Human Psychology Hour. This is Tabitha Tambuwell, and I just wanted to share my most recent revelation. And it's come after I've been on a journey by road, most recently, and you may or may not find these insights useful. Okay, so I'll just read out what I wrote about this because I think it's fairly poignant. So I believe everyone needs a partner in life to be feeling as though we're really participating in life and to really excel and soar in life. Because life is the ark and we are the animals. We don't get a ticket to be truly saved unless we are one of a two. So the life we have is a constant struggle to be part of a two and to start to soar. The animals get on the ark 2 by 2. In 2 by 2 configuration, we are totally happy and complete. You think about it. It's the reason we need to find a life partner and have a life partner. We need a team member at every turn in our life, don't we? We need one to get through school, to get through the bad experiences, and at every stage of life. You might not realize it, but you will always seek support from someone else in some way. It may be you have an entire town as your support with many friends, more than one Robin to your Batman. But there is one among those who you listen to more closely than any of the others, and they affect you more, and they are your guide. Even if you don't have a 2 by 2, underneath you may be looking for one, or you may be secretly longing for one. You may not admit it, and you may say, I'm okay being alone doing my own thing, but you know you need what you cannot find, the 2 by 2. When we get older, nobody wants to feel lonely or struggling to meet a true friend. It takes years to make a true friend. It doesn't just happen overnight. It's not just an add water situation. True friends take years to build. And that's why trust can't be created fast. Trust is created slowly through the bonds of time. Little bit by little bit, true friends build their friendship with you. You get to know them, they get to know you. When we get older, realizing our time is running out and we need to be happy, we don't have time for taking risks and dramas or with people who are dead shits. We need true friends more than ever. People we know and have known for years. Family is our training ground for our long-term relationships. We'll get our skills in relationship ethics and communication by being part of family life. The grandparents we have a relationship with us from very young age to 35 or however long they live, and we live around them. We grow to understand them and their ways of communicating, and they are our examples. How we fit in with family is how capable we are to be in a lifelong partnership. You will find that most people are very capable, but the one thing that causes problems is our impatience. Rushing to reach relationship trust or expecting instant relationship trust. Trust cannot be made instantly, neither can love. Love can take years to reveal itself, and love isn't sexual either. Real love happens platonically. Then it can grow into the sexual dimension safely. If it wasn't ever platonic love, it wasn't a nice kind of love. It was lust, which is like a form of greed. When you get older, you don't want any bullshit or time wasting or angst or game playing. You'll need stability and secure relationships and other people who don't treat you like dogs and who want to take risks or die. You don't want to be around those kind of people. You want to feel you can in some way live forever, so you don't want to waste your time, which is why being in a safe, stable and secure friendship is more appealing. When we were young and invincible, it was okay to have dramas and take risks, but older people are usually more sophisticated and they want real love more than short-term love or friendship. Being part of a 2 by 2 is a human program because we are animals on the ark. Being alone, nomad, isn't normal for us unless we are mad. The 2 by 2 situation is the perfection of God's plan and what God wants for us, because then we are complete and happy in our body and mind, and now we are whole in our spirit, naturally sharing love and ourselves and our life. When you want to have children and be a parent, you will need a 2-by-2 relationship. You don't want a parenting life with some casual relationship that has no trust that you just made last week. You will need someone you know very well, who is predictable, honourable, and reliable and stable, and who knows you and respects you. That kind of relationship does not happen overnight. It takes years to build. I'm kicking myself. I never married my love from Melbourne. All the friends we had stayed together, and they're still together today. But we finally broke up and never stayed together. And I have had love with strangers and lots of heartbreak since then. And today I'm alone thinking, where is my 2-by-2? And I'm getting old, and it's so uncool because I'm probably going to have to die alone. Everything can't happen without a 2-by-2, and I'm sick of trying to find one because they are so shallow. They take me up, use me for a couple of years, and then throw me away every time without fail. The 2-by-2 reality is that lifelong partnerships are short term, and that a lifelong partnership is a myth. It's a magical unicorn. It does not apply to me. I'm a lone doggy do, nomad, whatever. It's not really what I wanted, but it's what I've got. You can look at it another way. There is no try. If there is no try, you have a life partner with your last partner, even if they don't realize it. Because partnerships take time. You might spend 20 years apart, but they are still yours, and because there is no try. Try being the tryouts for the team selection. Try being a try before you buy. Well, when there is no try, you easily end up looking like a loser because they were in try mode and you were in there is no try mode. You keep talking to them after they said goodbye. Because of the who's in which try mode, and it was all a miscommunication situation. Sadly, I have to admit I spent most of my life in living in there is no try mode. So my relationships were like a battle to be heard. Even the glorious partnership I said I should have married was one of those. It wasn't so glorious, and we were often horrible to each other. So yeah, that's a idea I have about relationships and our sort of like life mission and our purpose. I just feel like yes, we definitely need a stable relationships, and our capacity to have a stable relationship is really based on the grounding that we got in our own family. In my own family, oh gosh, I had pretty good relationship with my family, although a lot of the time, someone was being two-faced. One side, there wasn't sort of complete honesty at all times, but there was genuine love, and the genuine love was just because of being family. Like I love my relatives and my grandparents, and I mean I didn't always go to them for advice or anything, but it was a respectful love. We didn't have to say very much, but we loved each other, and there was no need for too much words or anything. We just acknowledged that we all cared about each other, and you could tell because when you told them something, they were really interested and happy for you and everything. So yeah, I mean that's my basis of what relationships are. Relationships are when you're respectful to each other and you're genuine, and you don't rush things, and they build up gradually over time. So now I understand fully that I unfortunately have been a victim of rape quite often, and I've been also a bit irresponsible diving into a relationship and becoming sexual with someone when I shouldn't have done that so soon, because that made the relationship a certain kind of relationship where that was the dimension, and it wasn't a healthy kind of relationship, because as soon as you're in a sexual relationship with someone, you can get deep, you can do a lot of soul sharing, and there's deep emotions going on, well there always is for me, and so people can get easily hurt, and they can get easily jealous and worried, and then if there's no effort being put into that relationship, you end up at the end feeling, oh, I was just being used, and so there you go. So I spent most of my life in that mode of there is no try. So every time I got into a relationship with someone, I wanted it to be the relationship, and I tried my best to build it into that. Even if it was crap, even if it was a really dodgy relationship, if I ever got into sexually relationship, then I'd usually be looking at that relationship in a serious way, and always faithful to the partner. Never like seeing two people at one time, and always, serial monogamy is what I was in my lifetime. But that was because I had the vision of the dream of the 2x2 going into the sunset, And that's where I wanted to go. I wanted my life partner to go with me everywhere and travel around the world and have a business together and have heaps of fun and build each other's life. And the closest I got was this man from Melbourne, because we actually lived in several houses together and we moved states. We moved from Victoria to Queensland. And we were very sort of like loyal as friends for a long, long, long time. But then we had a crushing defeat to our relationship, and it ended pretty badly. So that was sad. But no, it had a lot of potential, but unfortunately, it was wasted. So that's sad. But anyway, that's just my experience. But I just feel that God wanted us to be happy human beings, and to be happy, you have to be more than one. There has to be more than one of you. You've got to be able to interact, and share your soul and interact with other souls. So God's plan, He didn't plan for us to live alone. He planned for us to be in communities and to share and all that jazz, and to actually educate our young people and prepare them with the knowledge that they'll need for life. Which is what I'm actually missing out on doing at the moment. But that's a whole nother story. So anyway, I just want to put these notes down because, I'm writing, and maybe I won't get to put this little note into my book, but there you go. It's written now.